right, we're just playing with the M3 here today, so we figure let's get the camera out and take the wheels off. If you'll notice, you know, this car has been sitting for 5 years. It had like 100 miles in 5 years. Where's it at here? It's probably hard to see on camera, but there's a big old bubble in all the tires. Where is it? Right here. See that little wobble? So, you know, it has really nasty flat spots, so I don't feel comfortable driving around, and plus it's obnoxious. So I got some PS4S, which are going to take up to Goodyear, but I wanted to see, let's take a look at what's going on with the car while we have it up in the air. I'm thinking, we're really strategizing, you know, what's the plan going to be. This isn't a giveaway car. This isn't something I'm planning to rush. I want to take my time and enjoy the process. Oh, shoot. I thought it would be locked on for sure. But for the time being, you know, I bought some spacers. We're going to dry ice blast all of this. Obviously, I'm going to do Brembos. But Tommy's down there. Tommy Farrell is down there working with the dry ice blaster. He's actually in Mount Dora, which is only like 30 minutes away. But I want it clean. I want this all to be clean. And so I think the procedure, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to get the tires put on, get these cleaned up, put spacers on. We're going to probably do the cooling system and the clutch. We need to fix the clutch pedal. So you guys were right. It's not a good thing to have that, you know, that low bite point. So we probably need to change out. What is that thing called? Is it the clutch pin?
Yeah, the slave.
The slave pin, and then we'll bleed it obviously, and hopefully get that. Yeah, get that operational. See what's up with that. Change the oil, change the coils, plugs. So we're going to do all that stuff first. What I'm probably going to do in the next week or two is I'm going to decon it, clay it, or auto scrub it, and I'm going to wax it, just so that, because it's going to be months of us playing with this thing and sending out interior parts and things like that, but I'm not going to polish it. I'm going to polish it after we're done this time. Unlike the Civic, I should have done this where I polished the Civic at the very end. I'm going to have to polish the Civic again. I'd like to not polish on it a bunch of times, so that's the plan. But I'm going to be hard-pressed to not get the steamer out right now and start messing with this. So it'll make it a lot easier if I use some guide pins. So keep it from falling off my face again. I thought for sure, you know, these wheels have been on here forever, they'd be locked onto the hub and I'd be jackhammering it off, but I think it shot right off the car. So yeah, I'll probably do like Swiss Vax Concorso on it. That'll be a fun little project. Let's see what the wheels look like. See if we can clean these up. I mean, I could dry ice blast these as well. But we're going to take these up. I'm going to take the wheel weights off so they don't rip them off like they normally do when we do them. Yeah, let's roll them out there and clean them up. This mid-torque is so freaking awesome. So we got the door cards. They showed up, so that's good. Because I know, you know, we'll do a whole video here coming up on talking about all the things that I plan. So I bet you this one's. Oh, no. Nice. We're off to a good start on this car. But I ordered Ohlins TTX, and we're going to keep the, I forget what this is, what type of rear suspension this is called, but everybody's going to be freaking out in the comments. But look at that. All the bump stops are all dry rotted off just from sitting. But imagine all of this. Well, I'm just going to get rid of all the factory Cosmoline. I mean, we're in Florida. This car's going to not see a whole lot of action. You know, I'm going to drive it a couple times a month. So I'm going to just have this totally restored underneath. Just make it freaking beautiful. Buy whatever I need to buy and whatever needs to be replaced. But the rear suspension, we're going to retain the separate spring, but Ohlins TTX valve for the street. No one makes a road and track kit for this car. or they don't make an Ohlins road and track, so we've got to do the TTX kit, which is going to cost me a pretty penny. But you know, if I'm going to have this forever until I find that Euro M3 GT or something like that. We'll see. I haven't dug into the paint yet. The only concerning is that there's, I don't know if it was repainted here, but we're gonna have to get into this and see what's doing with the, I forgot my guide pin. You should use 2 guide pins, but I'm just pumped to get some new valve stems, some prettier looking valve stems from those guys. So I got all the Dynan parts. Everything Dynan makes is on the way. Oh yeah. Let's go clean it up. Looks like these tires have some miles on it. Look, the alignment must be off. This is all, you know, worn. Look at all the cracks in the... No good, no good. I'm gonna put some PS4S's on it and get this thing rolling. Let's go take a look underneath the car and see what we got going on here. We'll pretend like we have more to do and let them do that. It's gonna be on here quite a bit over the next 6 to 8 months of its life. So I think we're gonna do Recaro speeds with anthracite Alcantara and you know, M-Cross cloth inserts. And we're gonna do the door cards, front and rear, refinish them. So again, I intend to make, we intend to make a whole video series of all the things that are kind of still out there on the forums, but like things like doing the cooling system and doing a new steering rack, and you know, bleeding the clutch and fixing all these different things, putting the exhaust on. So we intend to make a whole multi-part series on all this stuff. But I think back here again we'll do new bushings. I think, did we order the bushing kit?
Not yet.
Yeah, so we're gonna do bushings and suspension, you know, control arms, toe arms, stuff like that. But all of this, I think it'd probably be smart to do the detail underneath here first, and then we can do each part and piece one at a time. So Dynan exhaust back there. I think probably Super Sprint mid-pipe. What do you think, Mike? Is that what we're gonna do? Super Sprint headers and mid-pipe. And then have this all, you know, completely done. We already ordered the steering rack. What did we order?
ZHP swap.
Yeah, we're doing a ZHP steering rack. We'll get that when we do the TTX. TTX is probably 3 or 4 months out before we get it. We'll do Turner sway bars. First thing we're gonna do is, oh shoot, I might just change the oil while it's up here today. Might do an oil change video. But I wanted to kind of show you guys just a short video here to show you what I'm thinking. Gosh, this is gonna be so great. It's gonna feel so cool when we just clean this all. And I think it's been a Florida car its whole life. But the exhaust is still good. All new gaskets. Let me get this thing. Even though headers don't do much, it'll be fun. Oh yeah, it's pretty easy access there, huh? Maybe not so much on this side. All right, what am I doing? There's only one side. I'm looking.
I'm like, should I say something?
Sorry, I'm thinking M3 here. Yeah.
That's no fun.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Having this all clean. Yeah. See, this is the Cosmoline here. That's the factory wax. And there's dirt on top of that.
But even just changing out these trans bushings right here that's in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Short shifter.
Yeah.
It's gonna make such a...
There's the bushings right here.
Those guys.
Yeah, so. This is gonna be great. All the brake lines look good. Front arms. Working on the Brembo kit. Got a couple of sets of wheels coming. But I do want to have the factory wheels set up, mounted, balanced, cleaned up. Once they come back, I'll coat them, polish them a little bit if I have to. Let's take a look at the interior. We've been kind of looking at the interior stuff. I'm looking forward to just going for a drive, but you know, it's going to be a little loopy. You know, the bump stops are all brittle and jacked up, but I am going to drive this car. I'm not going to track mileage and any of that stuff. But you can see, everybody was talking about in the last video, the launch video, about how you don't need to do anything to this. I mean, you see these cars, you know, like this here, you know, comes off, and then you can see the fabric. So the fabric's all still great, but it starts to, you know, separate. And so you can send out the door cards and try to do it, but like Mike was telling me, I mean, it makes sense here. These are stretched, and so it's like impossible to get that back. And so we got lucky, and I bought some new door cards. It cost me $1,100, but I'm doing BAV Sound, and so BAV Sound makes a new grill. My grills look pretty good. These HK grills. We got a new glove box. You could probably fix that, but instead of having the saggy. And these are all not from abuse. This is just what happens to these cars. These door cards are kind of junk. The seats are perfect though. The seats are in great shape. So what we're probably going to do is take the seats out, put them in a plastic bag, and hide them in an air-conditioned, dehumidified space. I just ordered a set of carpets. We're not sure if they're the right ones, but hopefully got a ZHP shift knob coming. We got a new boot coming, which will be an Alcantara boot. What's that company I got it from?
Might get Kobe wheel.
Oh, Kobe wheel, yeah. We're going to obviously do something with the wheel. We'll probably do the Euro with the triangle spoke wheel. We need to do the rear door cards as well. That's something that we're probably going to have those refinished. Well, I'll get into the paint here when I wash it first, but I'm going to get in all these door jams, and we'll dry ice clean if we have to. Obviously, hopefully I can get this off without pulling paint. Euro tail lights. But I think the trunk, we'll do an anti-gravity battery back here, do some sort of Bluetooth interface for our, instead of our CD changer. And then I decided I'm going to I'll pull off all these like factory stickers that have all been left on the car, and we'll just we'll try to get them off in one piece, and we'll leave them all, like put them on a binder or some crap like that. I have a hard time with that tchotchke crap that all you weird old men like to have, these little scrapbooks with all your junk. I don't care about that. I don't buy things for other people, I buy it for me. But the driver's side, you know, the dash, everything looks good on the dash. What we'll probably do is, I'm hoping we can send it out and just do, we need to get new seatbelt thingies. But you can see this does need restoration. We already got these coming. There's a little rubber trim piece on the top of the back seat that needs to be replaced, but the back seats look good. So we do the door cards. Oh, here's the door card here. So these are the new ones that we got. So this will have we're gonna have to find someone. We got a few candidates in mind that will refinish this in M-Cross. And then I just got a couple of boxes from FCP. Let's see what we got. So my buddies over at FCP Euro, I've been paying $10 shipping over and over because I keep ordering like one thing at a time like an idiot. Ooh, we got all kinds of stuff. Let's see what we got. The fear is that, you know, when you order stuff from places that you're waiting for that dreaded email saying, well, the one we have is no good, or we don't have it anymore. Ooh, this is all our power steering stuff. I mean our cooling stuff, sorry. Let's see what we got here. This is fun. This is the only reason I bought this car, so that I could get FedEx dropping me stuff off every day. Got to check the tracking on the Zionsville stuff. And then we have an E36 expert mechanic, master mechanic, is going to come up and work with us here. We'll shoot the whole series on. So here's our coolant. Ordered these. I don't think we need to, but you know me. I do everything a little over and above. Let's see here. So we got all our various hoses. And some of these things, what's the methodology on what we're ordering OEM and what we don't?
Yeah, like some of the, like the water pump, for example.
The thermostat.
Yeah, the OE water pump is plastic.
Mm-hmm.
So we're using the Stewart.
Right.
It's so much better.
See, like I messed up and ordered the wrong. This is the water pump for the factory water pump. This is a plastic impeller here, and so I didn't read the instructions on my order list that Mike sent me. So we'll send this one back, and I'm gonna order I ordered the right one, which should be here tomorrow. Clips. Ooh, yeah, see, this is what I like to see new. Because this is like a ticking time bomb on these cars. So now all these parts, if I redo these, am I gonna have to do this again in 20 years?
Yeah, with how much you're driving and the stuff that we're replacing it with,
yeah,
it should be fine.
Crap. So this is the one they sent me saying they didn't have the...
Oh, this is the B pillar, so they don't have the other side.
This is the left side. Yeah. I wonder if we do Alcantara.
Headliner?
Yeah, if they can refinish them. They're just really melty, you know. They don't look so great. It's kind of fun that we bought a car that this stuff already isn't done. Gives us something to do. Makes it like a fun little project for us. Oh yeah. That's fresh and clean. It's like Christmas every day for me. The only difference is now I'm buying stinky old crap, trying to find stinky old crap to replace it. That'll do. And then we're kind of make an inventory of all this stuff. So a lot of these hoses are like this is like 35% of the cost, 65, 70% less than the OE. And a lot of times these are OE providers, and the OE hoses tend to not hold they tend to get kind of white quicker. Not kind of white, actually white. What is this?
You didn't buy a radiator, did you?
I hope not. Yep. Shoot.
You didn't follow the instructions.
Put that in return. Well, crap. We'll have to send that back too. This is what happens when you have an unlimited budget. You don't think very straight. Yeah, well, let's make sure there's nothing else in there. We were going to buy this. This is the HP radiator.
Yeah.
And so instead I ordered a Zionsville radiator, which is, much more stout, fancier aftermarket. But, well, we already have a little parts bin going here of Maddie's taste. So anyway, let's go take a look at those wheels out there and see how they're doing. Just think, we always reuse all of the packaging. Sometimes you guys are getting some packaging from Germany or from London, from Seattle. You're dining. Let's put our spacers on here. I'm not too worried about cleaning and stuff because these aren't going to last very long, but I did want to put some spacers on. Plus, I'll have the spacers because I'm getting some lightweight style wheels, the 24M, like the polish lip version for the car as well. And then we're looking at getting E87s, BBS. Who knows? I'll probably end up with a bunch of wheels for this thing. But I got some of my favorite spacers. My friends at Future Classic, I bought these. Send them over to me. But these come with everything you need. So we're going to try, this is pretty aggressive, but we're going to try a 15 in the front, because this will be at stock height for now. It'll be 15s in the front, a little 5mm spacer in the rear, because it's going to be months before we likely get our wheels and everything we need.
they send you new bolts as well. It's gonna be sick. So we got some new wheel bolts, and then we got a little package, little care package of good stuff. So they give you a little anti-seize. Which I don't know how much of this I'll need because these won't stay on very long. Let's just put a little copper anti-seize paste on the hub here. Keep us from locking on. So I might try to schedule our dry ice cleaning in the next week or two. Let's do compact torque should do it. Nice, man, everything's coming off this nice and easily. I thought for sure we'd be hammering on stuff. And then Future Classic, this is what I like about these, is that they provide a new set screw so they stay in place, they don't fall off. So the factory's an 8mm, Future Classic is a 7. Uh-oh. So you can see why we put the paste on there, so that way you don't end up with this locking in place. It's a pretty stout looking spacer there, 15 mil. I want to do this by hand. Doesn't need to be super tight. That's cool. Probably need a couple of taparoos on there. Nice. Yeah, let's do the other side. It's taking everything in my being to not start cleaning up the brakes. If I'm gonna have the dry ice on, then I shouldn't waste my time. I should probably get those Turner, anytime you do a spacer less than 10mm, it doesn't have its own hub. Anytime you do that, it can be a little problematic. They changed the amount they put in here. Let me see if the 5mm has more. See, this bites into the area the wheel has to grab onto, and you can end up with vibration. So Turner actually makes a hub extender. We'll use some Porsche spec Optimal. It's gonna make it faster, better. This is the stuff I normally get on my eyelids somehow, and on my elbows, and on my kneecaps. Gets everywhere. This is what you use on your center locks. It's just anti-seize. Couldn't help myself. We're already modifying the car. We just got started. Oh, I can't wait to do brakes. It's gonna look so sick. Got some cobwebs in the rear springs. Again, if I was keeping these brakes, I would be doing more than this. Yeah, I just want to be able to go for a spin around the block relatively safely without blowing anything up. See if we get as lucky here. Yep. No problem. I can tell you this, there's no other spacer in the world that comes with a cute little brush like this. To me, it's worth it just for that. All you cheapos out there, but I can get my own brush. Well, I appreciate the effort. And I know those guys sat around in an office saying, you know, which brush should we do? And they probably ordered 12 different brushes. And then, which brush is the right one? Well, I don't like this one, I don't like that one. That's how we do it. And so that's how I appreciate it when other companies share the same crazy. So there's still plenty of bite on the hub. Nope, goes the other way. I was right.
This is getting me motivated. I want to change the oil too. I'm supposed to be working on my Cree lighting array or my Cree lighting inventory, but this is way more fun. It's really motivating me to go out and start getting some proper brushes, wire brushes for this. Oh shoot, I think I have, let's try it. I think I have what I need for this. I got the wrong size. Is this 1/8 inch? Did I get the wrong stuff? I did. You freaking idiot. Idiot. I was so excited to use some of this new fancy gear I got. Dang. I just bought all that. I spent a lot of money on that. It's the wrong size. Oh, it's like a blood hand. All right. Mini. But that is not fitting in there, is it? God dang it. All right, we'll go back to our old slumming it. The bleeding everywhere. This is from getting smashed by that stinky Japanese junk. BMWs don't make my hands bleed. It's the darn Japanese. I was all excited to do some paddle wheel cleanup. Mike taught me all about those things. He said, you gotta get these. These are great. I was like, all right, I'll get it. And I bought every one they make. And I can't even use them because I bought the wrong size. Don't save stuff like that brush. You're not gonna use it. All right, people always save stuff like this. Oh, let me save this little dab of, I might use this someday. Don't be a guy. Be a grown-up. Don't be some weird dude who has too much junk in their garage. Throw it away. Buy it when you need it. Don't be a hoarder like Waba here, hoarding crap. Someday you'll say, see, I needed that. Well, nice. See, look. Those are like some cobwebs that have dust that is acquired on the cobweb. So when you know you got a real barn find. That's what we should have done. What can we title this video? Like, car hasn't been washed in 22 years. And then somebody finds some footage of it getting washed like last year. And I'm like, dang it, thought I had one. Barn find. Old man has had this stored in his house for a lifetime. All right, so we got our lug bolts. So whenever you do spacers, don't be an idiot. You got to do extended lug bolts. I'll show you the difference here. So these theoretically should be 5 millimeters longer. That's like 10 millimeters longer. So we got our new lug bolts. And we'll put our old ones somewhere else. You get more than you bargained for this afternoon, chat. All right, our wheels are back. So let's put them on. Let me put the car up. Make it a little easier to install. We had kind of an impromptu oil change, coil pack change. So already getting into it. So let's put our wheels on. We'll de-nib them while we're here too. Can't be rolling around with nibs. So I did stock 225 front, 245 rear with our 5mm spacer on stock ride height. And these are always, I believe, in any size, non-directional. Ooh, look at that. That looks pretty. That is the 245, right? Yeah. And we got our new longer lug bolts. Okay. Yeah, I gotta get those nibs off of here. Can't do it. Can't do it. Yeah, I think the move is to just do a decon, a wash, and then just put a coat of wax on it, just to hold me over
until we get all these projects done. Or leaning over the car doing the suspension and stuff like that. Can't have this. There's not a lot on a 4S. I should start denibbing them before I put them on the wheel. Friends don't let friends have shiny tires with nibs on them. That's when you know that person is not going to be a good friend of yours for a long time. That's better. That is better. All right, let's see what the 15 mil spacers look like. The fronts. We'll denib the rears when we screw the darn guides. We'll denib the back side of the wheels when I detail it. Yeah, these wheels are not going to do for me. They're not going to work for me. I'm going to have to get new. New. I want new. I ordered them. I'll spare you the denibbing. Let's just put it on the ground and see what it looks like for this video. Oh yeah, 15's fine. It's riding high. Need to do the old. I don't want to step on it because I'll probably break the. Oh boy. Cool. Nice little project for the day. I got some tires. Let me check the tire pressures. You guys got to get one of these. Acura one. I love this. We have them on the site. I think we have a bunch in stock, but I like the one with this better than the lock-on. I like this chuck better. 30 in the front, 35 in the rear. Always tells you on the door, the inside of the driver's door. Boom. Oh, convenient. Should have just chairs like all over the place, you know. Like 50 of them in your garage, or whether they're just there when you need it. All right. I think that's a wrap for today's project on the E36. Did some good work today. Good little basic starter kit modifications. I guess we'll see you on the next one. Make sure to go check out the oil change video and the coil pack video. We just shot that today too, so I don't know. This will probably be up first, and then we'll do those others next. So see you soon. Thanks for watching.